Hi, INFJs. Today I'm going to do something a bit different. I usually come on here and talk about a struggle and then teach you what to do about it, which is super cool. And I love doing that because I love teaching. But today I'm actually going to come on and get vulnerable. I'm seeing a lot of comments and people messaging me, which I absolutely love, but I'm seeing a pattern and I really need to come on and address this. So I'm going to get vulnerable, which is super scary for an INFJ, but it needs to be done. So here we go. Now, what I'm seeing is a lot of people are stuck in the victim mindset. Now, I know being an INFJ is hard. I know, I get it. I know all too well. I've been there. I have been judged my entire life by family and friends and teachers, colleagues at work, supervisors, I've been there. I've lived through it. It's hard. I've survived the trauma of childhood. I mean, when you're called names by your superiors as a child, or you're shoved into a room with the special needs students just because you're quiet, and you're told that you have learning disabilities, and basically you're told stupid in front of other kids, you feel embarrassed. This was me. This is what happened to me. I know, I get it. I had family members call me stupid. I've been called ugly by family members. I'm just the weird one. I really, my attitude to that is, or my thoughts around that is, I really am a family idiot. I've had that thought for a long time because I know what people think about me. I can hear it. They've said it to my face. I've been there. In high school, I've been spit on. I was kicked. I was shoved into lockers. I mean, I had a permanent bruise on my shoulder pretty much all through junior high and high school from being shoved into a locker by a specific person who hated me, who didn't even know me. They didn't like me because I was quiet. I was quiet. I was a watcher. I didn't have a lot of friends. So naturally, people are scared of what they don't understand. And that goes for everything. People are just scared of what they don't understand. And then in my career life, I mean, that was chaotic. I had one supervisor in a span of like 17 years. I had one supervisor that totally got me. Totally got me. He encouraged me. One out of all that. I've had a supervisor that would call me names. I was called stupid. I was called incompetent. In fact, right down to they encouraged me to go and apply at their competition because I had no future career with them, is what they said. And it was all because I didn't go and hang out with them. I didn't go drinking with them. I didn't go for a Wing Wednesday or whatever the heck it's called. I didn't do any of that. I went to work. I stayed in my office. I did my work. I didn't like the extracurricular. So they would have like barbecues in the summer and blah, 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 blah. I don't like it. It's big crowds. I don't do it. I never did it. So I got labeled. So promotions were overlooked. I was always passed over for promotions. I was laughed at when I tried to apply for promotions. I've been there. I get it. It's hard. And I stayed in this victim mindset. This is what I'm going to talk about for a long time, most of my life. And it held me back. I didn't realize there was another way of thinking about things. All I could focus on was why am I like this? Like, what is wrong with me? Why was I born this way? Like, how can I change? And I was constantly looking for that solution to change, but I was focused on everything being bad about me. Now, a few years back, I've been in the online space a long time, doing different things with businesses. And at one point, I was going to be a copywriter because I love writing. That's my hobby. That's what I love to do, right? So I was taking some classes with a guru, and I won't forget the one class that he was teaching. He was talking about mindset, and I was like, okay, here we go, mindset. You hear about it all over social media, and you kind of get tired of it, right? He got into the victim mindset and the growth mindset. The victim mindset, when we're in that, we stay focused on everything that's going wrong. So being judged, whatever it may be, like I know being an INFJ, it's hard. It's really hard to do. But in a victim mindset, we're focused on that. All the bad things, the past trauma that we've endured, the name calling, the slander, whatever it may be, we focus on that. When we make a choice to shift into a growth mindset, that is still all there. However, it's really neat how our brain will make the shift. So we start focusing on good things. We'll start seeing good things that come rolling around. Yep, that was crappy that I lived through. It's in the past. We're just going to leave it there, and we're going to Keep on going. The thing is, when you shift to a growth mindset, your brain will automatically start looking for solutions. Instead of staying focused on all the crap that you went through, your brain will start looking for solutions. And it's so amazing when this happens, how you start seeing solutions come. Opportunities start coming your way. Doors start opening. Things that you never ever seen. I didn't see any of these before. I couldn't because I was too focused on all the bad that was going on in my life, being the victim. I'm not saying that being in a victim mindset is sitting there feeling sorry for yourself, because it's not. It's a hard life. Living as an INFJ for most of us, it's not easy. And I'm not saying we sit there and feel sorry for ourselves. When crappy things happen to us, it's hard to get over that. I know, I've been there. It's very, very hard. However, if we can make that conscious choice, that shift into a growth mindset, yep, that's there. It still hurts when we think about it. However, we start looking for solutions on how we can overcome this. By doing this, I was able to face my limiting beliefs, get over it. It was because solutions kept coming my way and opportunities. And it was crazy how my life started shifting. Things would still happen. Yep. Doors would stay closed, or it was like I was banging my head against the wall at times. I didn't focus on that. I mean, that's just part of life. That's going to happen no matter what. And it happens to every personality type. It's not just specific to an INFJ, right? Crap just happens. When you're in a growth mindset, you notice it like, oh, well, that kind of sucked, didn't it? However, you start looking for the solutions. You start looking for solutions. You start looking for the opportunities. You keep moving forward. And right away, those things that happen that we call the crap or the chaos, whatever, it's behind you and it becomes very fuzzy. And in fact, it gets to a point where you actually have to think about, did that happen? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did experience that. Yeah, that wasn't very fun. But then I just went this way and things got better, right? Do you see the difference? But it's a choice that we have to make. So when I was listening to this guy talk about the growth mindset and the victim mindset, it really resonated with me. I was like, okay, I think I might be stuck in a victim mindset. I need to shift this. So I started researching because I didn't know how to make this shift. Well, they say it's just a choice. Just make the choice in your brain. Well, sometimes that's easier said than done, especially for an INFJ brain. We have a very busy brain. So sometimes it's really hard to just make that choice. And I tell my coaching clients this lots too, is it can be really hard to make that choice. So how do we make that shift from that victim mindset where it's not helping us at all, it's keeping us stuck, it's keeping us focused on all the bad, to the growth mindset where we're going to see solutions? I'm going to talk about that in just a second. Now, I missed one thing that I wanted to mention about a victim mindset. I don't know if you guys are into quantum physics, quantum healing, quantum science, that sort of thing. I think it is super fascinating. Really, really fascinating. In fact, I'd like to do more training on it. Anyway, they're talking about the whole thing around that is energy, right? Everything is about energy. I'm sure you've heard about this across the internet. It's all over the place. So everything is energy. When we're in that victim mindset and we focus on all the bad, our energy level in our body, now I'm not a quantum scientist or anything like this, so just bear with me while I explain it my way. Our energy drops. So we're vibrating at a very low energy. When we do that, we attract, because energy attracts energy, right? But we're attracting that low vibrating energy. So what I mean by that, when we're stuck in the victim mindset, we're focused on the bad that has happened to us or that keeps happening to us. All we're going to see is the bad keep coming to us because our focus is on that. When we shift to that growth mindset, it naturally raises our vibration. We start attracting different things. That's when we start seeing those solutions come up, those opportunities, because our brain is open to it. They were probably there before, but we didn't see it because we were focused on all the bad. And it really is amazing. I have lived through this. It's amazing how this happens. I was very skeptic at first. Again, I'm still in the victim mindset. But when I made that choice, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to try this. What do I have to lose? It was amazing, the changes that had happened in my life. Now, going back, how do we make this shift? So the first thing that needs to happen is you need to make the decision to do it. It's all about you and making that choice. If you can't make the choice to do it, it's not going to work. Okay? So make that conscious choice. Say, yes, this is what I'm going to do. I'm tired of being a victim. I want to grow. I want to spread my wings. I want to be amazing. So how do we do this? The first step is awareness. Recognize that you're falling into that victim mindset. This is powerful, very, very powerful. Pay attention to your thoughts, the language you use to describe yourself, that sort of thing. Next, challenge those negative thoughts. When you're falling into that victim mindset, challenge those negative thoughts when they come up, because you've noticed them, now challenge them. Ask yourself, what's a better way of looking at this? Yep, something crappy could have happened. I admit that something crappy could have happened, but what's a better way to look at this? Instead of focusing on the fact that, yeah, this was not ideal at all, and getting down on yourself and going down that dark rabbit hole, think about, okay, yeah, this wasn't ideal, but now how can I switch this? What did I learn from this so I don't ever do this again, so I don't ever have to endure this again? Next, focus on what you can control. This is huge for an INFJ. I tell my clients, my coaching clients this lots. Focus on what you can control. This helps shifts that mindset from feeling powerless to feeling empowered. So focus on what you can control. Next, surround yourself with positive people. You know that saying, you are who you hang out with? It's super true. It goes right back to that quantum physics, quantum science, whatever it's called, with your energy, because energy attracts energy, right? So when we're hanging out with people that are constantly keeping us down, and what's really interesting is when I was in a victim mindset, I hung out with the people that fed my victim mindset. And I didn't even know that was happening until that guru said, pay attention to who you're talking to, who you hang out with. You are who you hang out with. And it's true. When I stopped hanging out with them, they stopped kicking me, stopped keeping me down. I mean, kicking me, metaphorically speaking. They weren't actually kicking me, but keeping me down, right? Not helping me at all. When I stopped hanging out with them and started focusing my attention on a better group of people, people that I didn't think I ever would fit in with or belong to, but yet they were so positive, it helped me shift that mindset. It's crazy. You know, having the choice, that free will to have the mindset that we choose is probably one of the most powerful gifts we have ever been given. If used correctly. I don't really want to say correctly, but if used in the right way, I don't know. If used to your advantage, there you go. So I teach this and so much more in my coaching program. I've mentioned my coaching clients a few times. So I thought I would mention this. I do have 2 programs if you're interested in coaching one-on-one with me. It's a self-love program for INFJs because really everything starts with loving yourself. If you don't love who you are, you're not going to get anywhere. And I'm just launching my new coaching program. It's Boundaries Mastery coaching program. So if you're interested in that, follow the link in my bio. Everything you need to know is in my link. And shift that mindset. When an INFJ shifts that mindset, we can be amazing. Amazing people. Do you know how many amazing INFJs there are? Let me think of some. I had a list made, and I think I might have left it downstairs. But anyway, there's Nelson Mandela, there's Mother Teresa, there's Martin Luther King Jr., Nicole Kidman, Carl Jung, who actually discovered the MBTI, the Myers-Briggs, Oprah Winfrey. I don't think I said that yet. I don't think I said that. Gandhi. There's so many more. Now, you may not be fans of all of the people that I just mentioned, and that's okay. But you can't deny the fact that they've done amazing things with their lives. If they hadn't, we wouldn't know about them, right? They didn't do it from a victim's mindset. They did it from a growth mindset. When you do it from that, anything is possible, especially with an INFJ, because we have so many amazing talents to give the world. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this was helpful. I hope I encouraged somebody. Please share this video. The more times it's shared, the more INFJs we get to help, and that's what it's about, because there's limited resources out there for us. I know that all too well. And if you liked this video, please give me the thumbs up, and I invite you to subscribe to my channel if it feels right. I will talk to you guys later. Bye for now.